In Florida's wilds, a hidden war rages, not with armies, but with tooth, claw, and root. Invaders from distant lands are transforming backyards, waterways, and wild heartlands. These aren't just pests, they're agents of ecological chaos, destroying native wildlife and ecosystems. But which is the most dangerous? Let's find out. Deep in the Everglades, a new apex predator rules, the Burmese python. Once exotic pets, these giants now thrive in the wild, swallowing deer and alligators whole. Their camouflage and ambush tactics have decimated native mammals, raccoons, rabbits, even bobcats. Silence haunts the swamps. Hunters and scientists track them, but the Everglades' vastness gives pythons the upper hand. For every python caught, many more remain, breeding and spreading. The dragon is entrenched, and its shadow grows. The green iguana, once a palm-sized pet, now dominates Florida's suburbs. Growing up to 6 feet, they devour gardens and crops, and their burrowing undermines seawalls and sidewalks, causing millions in damage. Their droppings spread salmonella, and cold snaps send stunned iguanas crashing from trees. Eradication is nearly impossible. A single female lays up to 70 eggs a year. Their numbers rebound quickly, making them a constant challenge for homeowners in cities. From golf courses to canals, the green iguana is an unwelcome neighbor. What seems harmless in a cage becomes a destructive force in the wild. Florida's landscape is forever changed. The Nile monitor lizard, a 7-foot predator from Africa, now prowls Florida's canals. Armed with sharp teeth, claws, and a powerful tail, it preys on fish, birds, turtles, and even pets. Its intelligence and aggression make it a relentless hunter, devastating native species, like the burrowing owl and gopher tortoise. Monitors thrive in human environments, using waterways to expand their range. Their secretive nature and swimming ability make them hard to catch. Trapping programs struggle to keep up as these lizards learn quickly. Concentrated now in a few areas, their potential to spread is enormous. The Nile monitor is a clear and present danger. Florida's ecosystems are at risk if their expansion isn't stopped. The Asian citrus psyllid, no bigger than a grain of rice, carries a deadly bacterium, citrus greening. Feeding on citrus trees, it spreads an incurable disease that chokes trees from within. Fruit becomes bitter and misshapen. Groves are abandoned. Florida's citrus industry, once a multi-billion-dollar powerhouse, is on life support. Scientists race for solutions: genetic modification, bactericides, parasitic wasps, but no cure exists. Generations of farmers have lost their livelihoods. The tiniest invader has brought an empire to its knees. The battle for Florida's oranges is desperate. The Brazilian pepper tree, with its festive red berries, is Florida's most aggressive plant invader. It grows fast, shades out native plants, and releases chemicals that poison the soil. Dense thickets form, eliminating habitats for wildlife and turning diverse landscapes into green deserts. Its seeds spread far and wide, and it resprouts even after being cut. Eradication is costly and labor-intensive. The pepper tree's beauty hides its monstrous impact. Once admired, it now dominates and destroys. Florida's native ecosystems are under siege. The Australian pine, planted to stabilize beaches, has become a coastal menace. Its dense stands cast deep shade, its needles poison the soil, and native dune plants can't survive. Sea turtles can't nest in its tangled roots, and storms easily topple these shallow-rooted trees, accelerating erosion. Removing them is a massive, ongoing effort. The Australian pine's failure as a protector is a lesson in unintended consequences. What was meant to save the shore now destroys it. Florida's beaches and wildlife pay the price. Sometimes good intentions go horribly wrong. The Old World climbing fern, a delicate-looking invader, smothers Florida's forests. Its fronds form dense blankets, blocking sunlight and killing native plants. Most dangerously, it acts as a ladder for fire, carrying ground fires into the treetops and turning natural burns into catastrophic infernos. Tree islands are engulfed, and entire ecosystems are destroyed. Herbicides and biological controls offer hope, but progress is slow. The fern's beauty belies its threat. It's fueling wildfires and dismantling Florida's natural heritage. The fight to contain it is urgent. Water hyacinth, with its stunning flowers, chokes Florida's waterways. It reproduces explosively, forming thick mats that block sunlight and deplete oxygen, killing fish and plants below. Dense growth halts boats, clogs pipes, and creates mosquito breeding grounds. Removal is costly and never-ending. What began as an ornamental plant is now an aquatic plague. The vibrant world beneath the water is suffocating. The battle against water hyacinth is relentless. Beauty has become a menace. The Melaleuca tree, introduced to drain swamps, now dominates the Everglades. It forms dense, impenetrable stands, outcompeting native plants and releasing millions of seeds. Melaleuca dries wetlands, alters hydrology, and transforms marshes into fire-prone forests. Massive machines, herbicides, and imported insects are used to fight it. The effort is costly and ongoing, but some progress is being made. Melaleuca's story is a warning about trying to re-engineer nature. Undoing the damage is a monumental task. The Everglades' survival depends on it. The Cuban tree frog, Florida's largest invasive frog, devours insects, lizards, and native frogs. Its toxic skin irritates humans and can sicken pets. These frogs breed prolifically in any water source from ponds to swimming pools. Their calls drown out native species, and their tadpoles outcompete all rivals. They invade homes, hide in utility boxes, and spread rapidly. The Cuban tree frog is silencing Florida's native amphibians. Its toxic presence is felt in every corner of the state. The invasion is relentless. Feral hogs, descendants of old-world pigs, are Florida's living bulldozers. Their rooting destroys crops, forests, and waterways, causing millions in damage. They prey on ground-nesting birds, reptiles, and compete with native wildlife for food. Hogs spread disease to livestock and sometimes humans. Their rapid reproduction makes control nearly impossible. 70% must be removed yearly just to keep numbers stable. Trapping and hunting are ongoing, but hogs adapt quickly. 5 centuries after their introduction, they remain one of Florida's most destructive invaders. The landscape bears their scars. The lionfish, with its striking stripes and venomous spines, is devastating Florida's reefs. Released from aquariums, it has no natural predators here and reproduces rapidly. Lionfish consume juvenile fish and shrimp, reducing reef populations by up to 90%. Divers spear them, and chefs promote them as food, but deep water populations persist. The lionfish is now a permanent, deadly fixture on the reefs. Its beauty hides its destructive power. Florida's coral ecosystems are under siege. The battle for the reefs is ongoing. The Asian swamp eel, a serpentine fish, breathes air, travels across land, and changes sex. These abilities let it invade Florida's freshwater systems with ease. Swamp eels burrow deep, evade predators, and prey on native fish and amphibians. Their secretive lifestyle makes them nearly impossible to eradicate. Even isolated ponds aren't safe from their spread. The swamp eel is a true alien invader. Florida's freshwater heritage is at risk. Nature's strangest invader is here to stay. The blue tilapia, introduced for aquaculture, now dominates Florida's lakes and canals. Its mouth brooding gives young a survival edge, and aggressive nesting displaces native fish. Tilapia alter food webs by consuming algae and detritus, sometimes fueling algal blooms. Their waste disrupts nutrient balances and their numbers explode. Once a solution, tilapia have become a widespread problem. Native fish struggle to compete. The aquatic community is transformed. The lesson biological introductions rarely go as planned. The red imported fire ant, tiny but fierce, has conquered Florida and much of the South. Its venomous sting causes pain, allergic reactions, and even death in rare cases. Fire ants devastate native insects, birds, and reptiles, reducing biodiversity. Their mounds damage lawns, farms, and electrical equipment. They outcompete native ants and disrupt entire ecosystems. Agricultural losses and repair costs are enormous. The fire ant is a persistent, painful invader. Its impact is felt continent-wide. Florida's invasion is real, ongoing, and accelerating. The species we've met are just the most visible among hundreds of invaders. From microscopic pathogens to giant reptiles, they threaten Florida's natural heritage and economy. But hope remains. Scientists, land managers, and citizens fight back every day. Vigilance, resources, and responsibility are key. Report sightings, support control efforts, and never release unwanted pets. Every Floridian has a role in this battle. Share your experiences in the comments and subscribe for more hidden environmental stories. Thanks for joining us on this journey. The fight for Florida's future continues.